Hi there, everybody. How are y'all doing? My name is River Delcom. So, earlier this week, I made a video saying Happy New Year's, and I hope you had great plans for the New Year's resolutions going on. And also, I was going to make an episode of Speaking with Autism, but after some events that have been happening of this week, have led me to decide to hold these plans and discuss what's been happening this week. Like Damar Hamlin, who suffered a heart attack after he got hit and collapsed on his back during the Cincinnati Bengals versus Buffalo Bills playoff game for the NFL, and Renner, who got hit by a snowplower while helping his neighbor. So, what can I say is that it is scary what happened that we all witnessed. Football is an intense sport. It is the most popular sport in America, but it is intense because there's a lot of head-to-head contact. You're going to be tackling a lot of people trying to get a ball. And I've watched football my whole life. I've seen middle, high school, a little bit of college, and the NFL. Never in my entire life have I seen anybody pass out or collapse after he got hit and got up from a heart attack. But good news is that number 3, Damar Hamlin of the Buffalo Bills, 24 years old, he is awake, and he talked with his teammates on a Zoom meeting. When he first got up, he asked, "Who won?" The doctor said, "You did." It was a miracle that he made it. And prayers for number 3. He did you're alive, you're well, and that's what's important. And when the times in football or any other sport, when you see two teams helping one person out, this isn't about football. This is about a human who is hurt, who's in the stadium, passed out, couldn't recover, and both teams came out and were helping that person out. Even a fan from the Bengals was still holding a sign that says prayers for number 3, Hamlin. This shows the dedication that we may be on opposite sides, but we still love each other, no matter what happens. Yeah, you can say it's a game, but what happened out there, that was not part of the game. This is part of something worse. Football is intense, just like other sports like pro wrestling, soccer, hockey, racing, all that stuff. But football and boxing, UFC. However, football is still the most popular out of all those sports. Soccer is the most popular sport in the world, but football is popular here in America. And a lot of people who are football players from Texas, Oklahoma, California, almost all 50 states, wanted to have a dream to be a football player, to go into the NFL or the XFL that's happening next year. This year, I mean. And some have made it, others have not. But everyone still has that dream to be a football player, and they know what they're going to get themselves into. A lot of head-to-head contact, hurting each other, trying to get the ball. Back then, when that one Pittsburgh Steeler legend killed himself from a taser, nobody knows what happened. They thought it was just a free accident. But one of the doctors, I need to figure out his name, but I've seen the movie. You know the movie I'm talking about, Concussion. That movie portrayed how concussion was discovered, and thanks to that discovery, the officials of NFL have figured out how can we stop concussions, even though it's not frequently figured out, but they're still trying to improve how to stop concussions, or CTE. And what are those things? Concussions is where you get hit in the head so many times and you cannot think, you can't see straight, you're buzzed out. And CTE chronicle techno empathy is where like you go insane and you're mad and you can't think straight. You're lost your mind. You're being psychotic. And there's no cure for that because they still haven't figured out what can trigger such a reaction. You would go from 0 to 10 like that. And many people have blamed football for these incidents, but it's not just football that has a problem with concussions. It's hockey, soccer, boxing, MMA, pro wrestling, NASCAR, Formula One, all the other sports have to deal with concussions, but football is definitely number one with the most concussions. Even car wrecks can get you concussion, or just like one small hit can trigger that. And all my friends, like Josh Thompson, Brandon Jones, for the Miami Dolphins, Jones, and Thompson, the Titans. Shout out for both of them. They're in the NFL, and they know what they're getting themselves into. It's okay to not choose football as like a job or a hobby, but if you do that, you're gonna face stuff like this. It's gonna be hard, but you gotta know what you're doing. There's a reason why you signed up for this to begin with. I wanted to do football, but then when I found out I was autistic, when my parents told me I was autistic, I couldn't play football. If I did, one hit and it's over, game over. I have to play flag football. And I did soccer, but those were just when I was a little kid. I wanted to play football, but it didn't happen. But my brother did, and he didn't enjoy it. And so, I'm really happy that Damar Hamlin is alive and well. That his family is holding hands with him. Every company, franchise of NFL, Pittsburgh Steelers, Dallas Cowboys, Houston Texans, Cincinnati Bengals, the Eagles, all the teams, especially the Bills themselves, were praying hard for Damar Hamlin. I'm so glad that you're going to be soon out of the hospital and seeing your teammates. But with this incident, I'm not sure what to say, whether if he should be going or not. I'm no doctor, but you have to trust what your doctor has to say. And this goes with Jeremy Renner. He got hit with a snowplower whilst helping somebody, his neighbor or anybody, and he had amounts of blood loss, and he was not feeling it, but he shared a picture saying that he's great, he's alright, and a whole lot of people came in and saying, we got your back, feel better, like Chris Evans, Robert Downey Jr., all actors and actresses came out and blessed him with a quick recovery. Same with I did, and it's probably you guys too, with both Damar Hamlin and Jeremy Renner. It's gonna be hard when you have to deal stuff like this. The best thing you can do is pray. And both of them are alive and well. That's what's important. And they're gonna come home with their families and wife and kids. So prayers for those two. Prayers for a quick recovery. Both that they're doing great. And we'll just see what happens as the 360-something days comes by of 2023. Before I go, please comment, like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, and I will make an episode of Speaking with Autism next week because of the things that had to be pulled from this week happening. Thank you guys. My name is Rover Delcom. I speak autism, and prayers for Damar Hamlin and Jeremy Renner. Good day.